Warning: Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Can you see by the blood in the streets that this place doesn't smile on you, colored child, whose blood built this land with sweat and bare hands. But you'll die in this place, and your memory erased. Oh, say, does this truth hold any weight? This is not the land of the free, but the home of the slave.
What it do, family and friends? Welcome back to the Church of Black Power. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell so you be notified whenever videos like this drop. Please make sure you're hitting that like and share button so we can beat up the algorithm. Make sure we get this message out to the ears that need to hear. And if you have not done so yet, please click the link in the description. Go to change.org and put your signature on the petition for reparations, as well as click the link in the description and join the Telegram group to help circumvent all the little, bull stuff that PukeTube has been doing to the new black media. With that being said, family, I hope you all have been having a fantastic day. I hope you've all been having a fantastic day. We're having better days than a lot of these folks, and these, I don't know when these people are going to get it through their thick skulls. Maybe it's because of the skulls being light bulb shaped so much, and I don't know what it is. There's a thickness to these skulls that logic just seems to bounce right off of them, you know what I mean? And we gotta remind folk that when you mess with us, the ABK is fast and swift. I know you all heard about the young lady who was running around here talking about strapping a bomb to her chest and taking out FBAs. We got to talk about that lady today because, like I said, these folks, for some reason, it's not sticking. It's not sticking at all. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to play that Jill drop at the beginning there, because, it's hard to ignore our Philly sister when she sings that song, because she's reminding people exactly what America is built off of and who America was built by. So, we got to ask a question. What is it about us just minding our damn business drive these people up the damn wall? What is it about these people that every time foundational Black Americans is brought up, it triggers them to the core? We know about the leeching situation. We know that these folks really, they don't want to be separated from us because that's a meal ticket. We get that. What is it that mentally flips a switch in their brains? Just the name. Because they don't know us personally. They can't say, oh, I know, the brother down the street, Rodney, and Rodney's an FBA, and Rodney has always been mean and disrespectful to me. They can't say, oh, I don't know, Jamie down the street, she's cool and all, but, she's an FBA and, she's real disrespectful and dismissive of me. These folks really don't know anybody personally. Nobody has ever hurt these people. But just saying no, just minding our damn business, telling everybody to hold their own nuts, for some reason, get these people to say things like, I want to unalive all FBAs. So let's talk about it. Before we do, let me go ahead and give the shots out real quick to the family in the chat. A B1 salute and shalom to our family. JMV Entertainment, much love to you. Thank you for being here, family. Much love to our brother Wisha Tetherwood in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Andrea Jones, much love to you. Thank you for being here. Our sister Hurricane Nisi in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Our good brother, dark-skinned brother, is in the building. DSB, much love to you and thank you for being here, my brother. Our brother Eddie Foster, Boilermaker in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for being here. Bad 72 is up in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Patricia A. Jones is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here, as well as our good brother AO is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. No. Rael is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Let's see here. What else we got up in the building? MPC up in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Our good brother Legit Hustle is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here, as well as our sister Sybil in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Our good brother Reparations Nation is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here, as well as our sister Taste and Teas with Tony in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Our sister Priscilla Taylor is in the building. Much love to you. Shalom, shalom. Thank you for being here, my good sister. As well as our brother Zavon Scott up in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Fella Speaks has been in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here, family. As always a pleasure. Rahaya is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Shalom to you. Our sister Honey Brown Sugar up in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Blue Cash Mellow up in the building. Much love to you, as well as Troy up in the building. Much love to you also. Thank you both for being here, as well as our sister Astarte Jones in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Our brother Jesse Paris up in the building. Much love to you, as well as Stormy Weather up in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. And out here in Texas, it was one hell of a storm yesterday. One hell of a storm. God dang it, they had to shut down Kroger because the goddamn electricity kept shooting off. But I digress. Our brother John Son is in the building. Much love to you, as well as our brother Troy once again. Our brother Retro Gemini up in the building. 99 up in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here, family. I want to make sure we got everybody here. Isaac Holloway up in the building. Much love to you, Isaac. Thank you for being here. Much love to you. Sweet Jean up in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here, as well as Sash in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Sister Brenda Thomas is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here, as well as Strong Flower up in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. We want to make sure we got everybody here. Our good sister Brooke up in the house. Much love to you, my sister, and thank you for being here as well. Please throw that link in the chat. I'm going to star that. That link is going to be, god dang it, needed in this goddamn chat here today with all the that's going to be said and shown. So much love to you. As always, my good sister. Shout out to Black Rose in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Want to make sure we got everybody. Our sister Donna C is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Our sister Shelly is in the building, as well as Sherelle in the building. Much love to you both and thank you for being here. All right. Our sister Stacy is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here, as well as V for Vengeance in the building. Much love to you both and thank you for being here. the Prince of Paraphernalia in the building. And much love to you and thank you for being here. Little Big Mama Jones in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. And let me give a B1 salute to our brother Zavon Scott. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, my good brother. And let me also give a B1 salute to our good brother Black Truth United. Much love to you and always, as always, and thank you for being here. And thank you for your Cash App donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as well, family. Our sister Key Prince is in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Leon Aikens in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Want to make and much love to everybody who isn't in the chat and everybody who's going to catch this in a replay. Much love to each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Now, in case you haven't seen the video clip, it has since been taken down and extremely hard to find if you ain't catching it somewhere else. But let's play the clip so that everybody can be up to speed of what we're going to be talking about here.
Happy Black History Month to everyone except the foundational Black Americans. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. Ooh. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest, you know what time it is. We're going to have a party. We're going to blow up the spot. More like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month. I'm even feeling generous towards the biracials. I feel like they've been good recently. They can have that third week maybe.
All right, so that is the first clip, family. And when I first came across that clip, my immediate thought was, let me go ahead and look at some of her other videos. Let me go ahead and see where this person's thought process is. Because sometimes people just be saying things online for clout, trying to get a little views on their know nothing or do nothing page. So I went and I checked out some of her other video clips. And, this isn't just a one-off. This is definitely not a one-off. This is the same type of woman that was out here. And I actually remember this video clip, but it didn't really mean too much at the time. And now it's all collectively coming together. Shout out to our sister Hurricane Nisi. Preach the word, church to the family. Much love to you. And thank you for your donation. Your super chat is blessed tenfold. And I appreciate your contribution as always, my good sister. Thank you very much. This is something she has said previously.
This is my plea to Black folk, and I already know this is gonna make me mad and unpopular, and all of the followers that I just gained, I'm probably gonna fucking lose them. But I'm gonna let y'all know. The collective effervescence.
Excuse me. This one isn't previous. This one is actually after she made that one there. Hold on. Let me give you some previous before we go to that clip there. These are clips that she was making previously.
This is probably gonna be my last post for the night. I got kicked off live for playing Sponsor My Act Bad and dancing. As a hoodoo, get you a book of songs. I got this for $10 from Marshalls. Mind you, it valued for $40. Yeah.
Now, family, notice what she just did. She said, as a hoodoo, get you a book of Psalms. Now, she's talking about something that comes from us. She's trying to say that she is a hoodoo practitioner. But yet you don't like the descendants of hoodoo. I don't get it. It just doesn't make sense. The math doesn't math. Here's another clip.
All y'all had to do was give people free health care. All y'all had to do was give folks livable wages. Now they know you eat people. Now they know that you use ancient Warlockian practices. Now they know, bitch. And all you had to do was just feed the people and keep them asleep. Do you know how easy it is to keep people content? A bottle, a check, a J. Every payday is what it takes to keep a lot of these niggas satiated. And you fumbled that? Man, I'm not foolish, bull, man. If not, this is why God did not make me the world leader. Bitch, I would have kept y'all asleep. I would have kept y'all. The moment you ask for fucking housing, anything for you, my dearest beloved. If you go sit there and eat baby guts, boo hiss. You might as well give the people what they want so they don't catch on to you, dumbass. Man, I don't know. Like, this whole situation just, we're not foolish, baby. We're not stupid. Like, this is what I be meaning that rich people aren't smart. Coming from somebody who was raised in privilege, a lot of rich people are not smart. Okay? And from one African to another, Elon, you're not smart. You got smart people around you. But Elon, you're not. I went to school with a bunch of Lebanese Elons. To be fair, they know how to work the system, like whenever it comes to financials and things of that nature. But to actually do the grit, do the work, they don't be. They're useless. They're useless. But I'm getting irritated.
All right. Now,
all y'all had.
Now, family, I wanted to play that through because, you know, the start of this clip, she makes it very clear, you know what I mean, her position and the way that she would rule. However, I knew there was something wrong with her when she said all you had to do is give some health care here and all this other Democrat nonsense that she heard from the Democrats. I'm pretty sure she's the shill. And everything would have been fine. But now people know that you guys are eating people. See, this is how you know these folks don't know the history of this country. There's a book out that's called The Delectable Negro. These folks been eating us. This is how you know these folks really don't know the history of this country. She's out here talking about now people know you eating people. We've never forgotten. We've never forgotten. But see, people such as yourself, you come into the country without knowing the history of the country and you act as if this is new information to us. It's not. So I knew something was off there already. I was like, yeah, of course she would, you know, make these type of videos. She's not all the way there. She's not all the way there. And then that's when I came across this video clip here. Let's go here for a second, family. Let me pull this down. Uh-oh. 1 second here. Let's go here.
This is my plea to black folk, and I already know this is gonna make me mad and unpopular, and all of the followers that I just gained, I'm probably gonna fucking lose them. But I'm.
She's talking about the followers who started following her after she made this bomb threat of hers.
I'll let y'all know the collective effervescence that y'all get from stroking off about slavery and the torture that people went through is not going to activate your powers. It's not. Acknowledging the power that lies within black people will. Sitting here and talking about all the things that happened to us and how we were abused and how we were mistreated, it don't have us move no further up. And I hate to say it that way because white people use the exact same logic too. You're worried about racism and things. You're worried about slavery and it happened so long ago. And the reason why they throw that in y'all's faces is because you give power to what once was. They're still doing it, yes, but because you still put in that collective effervescence. Every time we speak on slavery, we don't talk about the bravery of our ancestors. We talk about the pain we went through. I'm very aware of Nat Turner. Nat Turner was one of the first slave stories I ever got to fully process as a thinking human. And to know that he was eaten is one of the most disturbing facts. But you want to know why he was eaten? Because I've explained it in another video when it boils down to and cannibalism and why they value cannibalism so deeply. Cannibalism, from a very ritualistic standpoint, is the consumption of energy. There are a lot of ways for you to consume people's energy, but for you to jump directly into eating people is a crazy fucking jump. So yes, you're right. I completely agree with you. But the more we bring this up and we try and be like, oh, well, they ate us. And yes, it's American history, but it's a facet of American history that is going to take us nowhere if we do not activate the best parts of ourselves. And that is not a way to activate the best part of yourself. It's like reminding yourself as you get out of an abusive situation that you went through an abusive situation. So you don't forget that you went through that abusive situation. Don't you think that maybe after a few years, you deserve to forget the pain that you went through? You deserve to be able to turn a new leaf and not be constantly reminded of the pain, wallow, and suffering that you went through? I forgot what I was even saying, but worrying about what all the shit we've been through and focusing on the collective pain and suffering is not going to activate us to be the people that we need to be in our communities, both spiritually and in the physical realm. I've seen so many comments about it, and it's mostly Black Americans that are doing this too. But I don't think y'all realize this is a way that y'all are giving up your power. But y'all are going to misinterpret what I say, and then I'm going to lose followers because, she doesn't care about Black history. This is my plea to Black folk, and I already know.
All right, family, y'all heard what she had to say in its entirety, so that people, who don't like when I do the start situation, y'all got to hear it all the way fully through. Now we're gonna run that back and I'm gonna chop it down. But before we do, let me give a B1 salute to our good brother AO in the building. Thank you for your cash app. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, my good brother. Now, first things first, before we start this over, what is it in these tethers' minds, in these folks' brain, that tells them that they fled their country and now they can actually tell us, people who built this country that they fled to, they have the ability to give us advice on things that don't work for them in their home country? Because a lot of what this woman is saying, not only does it goes to show why her country is the way it is, but it shows why the people are the way they are. Let's be very, very clear. That's why all these folks are running around so damn delusional, because of people like this. This is a shining example of the type of people that's produced, at least when they get over here. So let's go down the list on them. Shout out to who you got today. Much love to you, and thank you for being here, as well as our sister Empress Latesse in the building. Much love to you, and thank you for being here, as well as A. Jones, Rhonda, and our good sister Angelic in the building. Much love to you all. Thank you all for being here. Let's continue.
This is gonna make me mad or unpopular, and all of the followers that I just gained, I'm probably gonna fucking lose them. But I'm gonna let y'all know the collective effervescence that y'all get from stroking off about slavery and the torture that people went through is not going to activate your powers.
Now, I don't know what that means. I don't know why she believes we're trying to activate a power that we already been wielding. But yeah, it makes no sense whatsoever. But that's where her mindset is. They think that by bringing up slavery, telling the history of this country that they refuse to learn, we're trying to activate some imaginary power that they believe in their head we have. Now, the real power that we've been activated, for some reason, they can't see that. But they want to tell you that you're trying to activate some power by bringing up the history of this country. All right, let's get into it. Let's continue. Shout out to Phyllis Speaks. Much love to you. Thank you for your Cash App. Appreciate you, church. Enough said. Much love to you. Much love to you, family. And I appreciate your donation is blessed tenfold. And I appreciate your contribution as always. Let's oh yeah, she got, we gonna get into that. We gonna get into the JOB situation. She ain't ever going back. Ever.
Not acknowledging the power that lies within Black people will.
We acknowledge our power. I don't know about anybody else outside of our community, but the reason why you guys are here today is because not only did we acknowledge our power then, we acknowledge it now. And that's why you guys are fighting against what we're doing, because you see us actually showing our power and you don't like it because we're not using it to your benefit. Now, y'all can acknowledge your power. I don't know what it would be in this country, but, you know, go back home and acknowledge your power there. That's where you have power, on your ancestral land. We have power on ours. Our energy is tied to the land here and the ancestors that's buried beneath it. That's our power. Now, if you don't get that, I don't know what to tell you. That's your problem. It's not ours. Shout out the Renaissance woman in the building. Much love to you, as well as our good brother Bernice Brass. Let's continue.
Sitting here and talking about all the things that happened to us and how we were abused and how we were.
There's a lot of French going on, ain't it?
Oui. Oui.
Woman, you are from Sierra Leone. You are not a foundational Black American. You do not have any blood tie or lineage to a foundational Black American. What is this we stuff? See, while trying to denigrate us, when trying to tell us what we should and shouldn't be doing, you try to cosplay as us at the same damn time, with nothing but disrespect spewing out of your mouth. We are. God dang it, if your next words out of your mouth isn't farmers, bump, leave we and are out of your vocabulary when you speak to us. Shout out to Louisiana, the original. Much love to you, family. Thank you for your super sticker. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution. We are.
mistreated, it don't have us move no further up. And I hate.
No, it doesn't have you move any further up because you're not a part of the grievance in which we speak about. And now that we're gatekeeping our energy, now that we are gatekeeping our political capital, now that we're gatekeeping our morality, everybody got a problem with us acknowledging our history here. But I've heard many of you guys call us slave babies when you're trying to insult us. So it's okay to bring up slavery in a condescending and a disrespectful situation. But when we're bringing up slavery in a historical reference, it's not okay. When we're bringing up slavery to tell you guys about the tie to the blood here, to the land, from the blood to the soil, that you guys do not have, that's a problem. And this leads to you guys running around talking about strapping bombs to your chest and whatnot. Okay, continue.
To say it that way because white people use the exact same logic too.
So you're admitting that you're using white folks' logic. You're using white folks' narratives, correct? That's exactly what you said. I hate to say this because, white people use the same logic. Well, it didn't stop you from using that logic now, did it? It didn't eliminate any feeling in your body to use that or regurgitate that same logic. So automatically you should have stopped yourself right then and there and say, maybe I shouldn't say this. But these are the folks running around here talking about we sound like white supremacists. And then they will turn around and admit right to their camera that this is the same type of logic white people use. So who's really spewing that information, that anti-black white supremacist narrative? Shout out to Charlie X in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Thank you for your Cashapp donation. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, family. Let's let her continue.
You're worried about racism and things. You're worried about slavery. It happened so long ago. And the reason why they throw that in y'all's faces is because you give power to what once was. They're still.
You give power to that what was once was. No. They threw that up or tried to throw it up in our face as a tactic to try and shame us away from talking about it. Until we debunk that narrative, because slavery really wasn't that too long ago, to be honest with you. My grandfather's grandmother was a slave. It's that close. That close. So when you put it in the context that I just put it in, no, it wasn't that long ago. So yeah, once we start putting it in that context, people stop saying it so much. We stop hearing go back to Africa when we say we ain't Africans. Most of our people are indigenous to this soil. Even though they were enslaved, they were not Africans. People stop saying that so damn much. When we check people, they stop doing things. When we regulate and educate, people stop saying the idiocracy that's being spread by white supremacy. But you tethers don't get the message. You quite literally, you're living as a Nabisco from goddamn 2002. You're still playing catch up. The Nabisco has moved on to different talking points, and you folks can't wait to come in and use the old talking points that we already debunked 3 times over. That's why. That's why we regulate. That's why they mad, because they keep trying to get closer and closer to the Nabisco by using those same talking points, but they're too stuck in the past because, like we all know, Africans more specifically, they live in goddamn the early versions of goddamn the 90s and the 2000s, trying to cosplay us. So when they're getting talking points to use against us and they're getting them from the Nabisco, they're using the same 1990s, early 2000 talking points that we've been debunked.
Doing it, yes, but because you still put in that collective effervescence. Every time we speak on slavery, we don't talk about the bravery of our ancestors. We talk
Whose ancestors? You are from Sierra Leone. And how do you try to tie yourself to the ancestors of the people that you said you want to get in a room and strap a bomb to your chest? Like, what is going on in that bulb head of yours? I don't understand it. And to be honest with you, I really don't care to understand it, because to be honest, the day that I do understand it, I might be insane at that point. You know, they say that crazy people sound intelligent to other crazy people. The day that I understand the babble that comes out of her mouth, I would have to question my ability and my actual saneness. You want to tether yourself onto the people that you want to unalive. The whole group that you want to unalive now is our ancestors. We and our. I have never heard a group of people sound like pirates as much as I hear these tethers sounding like pirates. Let's continue.
talk about the pain we went through. I'm very aware of Nat Turner. Nat Turner was one of the first slave stories I ever got to fully process as a thinking human. And to know.
And Nat Turner is not by no means connected to you. Good. You know the story. So if you knew the story, why are you saying, oh, they know that you guys eat people now? It sounds like you just learned about Nat Turner. And you're using him to try to garner some sort of attention towards yourself and to make your point. But go ahead, continue.
That he was eaten is one of the most disturbing facts. But you want to know why he was eaten? Because I've explained it in another video when it boils down to and cannibalism and why they value cannibalism so deeply. Cannibalism, from a very ritualistic standpoint, is the consumption of energy. There are a lot of ways for you to consume people's energy, but for you to jump directly into eating people is a crazy fucking jump. So yes, you're right. I completely agree with you. But the more we bring this up and we try and be like, oh well, they ate us, and yes, it's American history, but it's a facet of American history that is going to take us nowhere if we do not activate the best parts of ourselves. And that is not a way to activate the best part of yourself.
Like I said, family, these folks, I can't. While you're sitting here disrespecting a group of people, you are trying so hard just to attach yourself to them. That is wild to me. You don't go and tell the goddamn so-called Jews that, hey, why do we keep talking about the Holocaust? We can't move ourselves forward if we don't let things go. I have never heard not one of you ever say that whatsoever. And they were actually given reparations. We're still fighting for a grievance claim that is owed to us. And they were given reparations, and they still talk about the Holocaust every chance they goddamn get. They try to use it to play the oppression Olympics. And theirs didn't even happen for a fraction of the time that ours did. Nor did it happen on the same damn soil. Not to mention, many of our ancestors went over there and fought to free them. But you never hear any of these folks say, how we gonna get past it if we keep talking about the Holocaust? It would be deemed disrespectful. And I have to agree, bushmeat babble quite literally is what it is. Shout out to our brother Christopher Ellis in the building. Much love to you, and thank you for your super chat, my brother. He said, she chat GPT to cop, please. Bars. Oh, bars. Yes. Let's let her continue.
It's like reminding yourself as you get out of an abusive situation that you went through an abusive situation, so you don't forget that you went through that abusive situation. Don't you think that maybe after a few years you deserve to forget the pain that you went through?
First and foremost, you're just stupid. That was just dumb to say. If you're going through an abusive situation and you get away from that abusive situation, you never forget that abusive situation. Why? Because that abusive situation is a goddamn learning experience. That learning experience is going to teach you the red flags and everything else so that you won't end up in that same predicament with a different type of abuser. So the abuse, the person being abused is not going to be able to forget, because that traumatic situation is a piece of their lives. Even when they're happily in a different relationship with someone else who is not an abuser, something that person may do can trigger the person who's been abused, because it might just take them back to something that their abuser used to do or something that their abuser used to say. So for you to say at some point, don't you think you deserve to forget about the abuse? Whether you deserve to forget about the abuse or not is not the question. The question is, why would you want to forget about the abuse? Because then you forget all the telltale signs of the abuse. And then think about it like this too. Wouldn't you want other people to know that that person is an abuser? Wouldn't you want to save the next person from being abused? And you can only do that by letting them know, hey, that person is an abuser. That person abused me for X amount of years. And that's the very same thing with our history. Our history is not to be forgotten because we had the most traumatic situation ever across the globe happen to us. And through that, we survived and we became the excellent beings that we are today. Why would we want to forget that? There's a saying, it says, he who forget history is doomed to repeat it. This is why I say these people have no brains in their head. They got big old heads and little peanut for brains. Shout out to our sisters, Bad 72 and Mia Kim. Thank you both for your Cash Apps donations. Your donations are blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contributions as always, my warrior sisters. Let's let her continue with her nonsense.
You deserve to be able to turn a new leaf and not be constantly reminded of the pain, wallow, and suffering that you went through. I forgot what I was.
First and foremost, you said speaking on it is a constant reminder of what we've been through. What do you think the system of white supremacy is? What do you think the system of white supremacy actually is? You don't think that that's a reminder? You don't think the racial wealth gap isn't a reminder? You don't think that our children get unalived by race soldiers and just regular everyday citizens and nobody bats an eye? You don't think that that's a reminder? What the hell are you talking about? This is true 100% fold tether babble. Bush meat Babylon. And you would understand that if you had lineage ties to our foundation. But since you don't, you're asking obtuse and dumb questions. Dumb first and foremost, and obtuse because you refuse to accept the real answer because you know the real answer. I'm not going to say you're stupid, but you damn sure sound like it. And many of you know the real answer. But you have this cognitive dissonance separating yourself from the actual oppressors. So in your country, you shut off your brain. And that's the same thing you do when you come over here. So now you ask stupid questions. Shout out to our sister Cultural Superpower in the building. Never forget. Never forget. Also, shout out to Sweet Butters, as well as Only Us and our good sister Black Spider in the building. Much love to all of you. Thank you all for being here. As well as Shantez Barnes. Much love to you and thank you for being here as well. Let's let her continue. God
This is
dang
my
it.
plea to black folk, and I already
We ain't starting all the way up.
pain and suffering is not going to activate us to be the people that we need to be in our communities, both spiritually and in the physical realm. I've seen so many comments about it, and it's mostly Black Americans that are doing this too. But I don't think y'all realize this is a way that y'all are giving up your power.
Then why are we the ones winning and you're the ones being deported? Why are we the ones sitting back and you're the ones begging us to come out and stand with you guys? It seems like to me, we're holding on to that power. It seems like to me, we put our power into a safe and we spin the knob to make sure ain't nobody getting in without the key or the code. That's what it seems like to me. Continue.
But y'all are going to misinterpret what I say, and then I'm going to lose followers because, you know, she doesn't care about Black history. This is my...
Now, family, y'all just watch me break this down. We went piece by piece. First, I let it play with undisturbed, and then we broke it down. Do you think I misrepresented anything she said? Do you think that, you know, I took what she said out of context at all? Please let me know. Shout out to our good sister Sean C in the building. Thank you for this comment. While Democrats consistently bring up our historic harms to push their own agenda, which doesn't involve us. Abso-freaking-lutely. Absolutely. That part. That part right there. Shout out to you, my sister. Now, you know what happens when you talk stuff. You mess around and find out. And you know the family. Oh, they were not silent, not one bit about this at all. Let's go here, family. Let's let some of them say some things there.
Happy Black History Month to everyone except the foundational Black Americans. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. Ooh. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest, you know what time it is. We're gonna have a party. We're gonna blow up the spot. More like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month.
We know what time it is. Actually, no, I don't know what time it is. Maybe you can elaborate a little bit further because I'm thinking that me and you are not on the same time. I'm thinking you're not on the same time that we are. Because you know what's interesting is that people will label FBA, Foundational Black American. They will literally label that as a hate group, make it seem like we're the equivalent of some type of KKK or in the other group. But yet you won't find any foundational Black Americans making these types of threats to other groups. And we might talk some shit on some funny shit because we're the kings and queens of roasting, right? But you're not going to catch us making these types of threats to kaboom anybody or to unalive anybody. And there have been no crimes committed in the name of FBA, by the way, too. But yet this girl went online and just felt very comfortable threatening an entire racial group of people and said, happy Black History Month to everybody except the only people that Black History Month is supposed to be celebrating, which is the only people who actually contributed anything to American society to make it into what it is, which is the foundational Black Americans, the freedmen, the lineage, our lineage, are our people. That's who foundational Black Americans are. The ones who you said that you won't wish a happy Black History Month, the only people who actually did anything for this country that were Black. Okay. So I just find that very interesting. People can be so comfortable being disrespectful and just in a joking way, like it's just a joke. I mean, she just showed up like a boss bitch. Like, I'm just gonna say this evil thing about this group of people. Obviously, she's not a foundational Black American. She took her video down, but still, people had screenshot her what the flag that was in her bio, and obviously, she's not from here. So maybe she just feels some type of way about the foundational title. Maybe she feels some type of way about foundational Black American people. Maybe she feels intimidated by us. Maybe she feels like, I don't know what she feels like. I'm not gonna try to speak for her, but I think she spoke enough. But you know what? Just make sure y'all paying attention, right? Just pay attention, because motherfuckers always apologize when it's too late, but they always show you their true colors the first time. Believe a motherfucker the first time they show you who you are. not after they get in trouble for it.
Is you cool? Black Americans, I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest, you know what time it is. We're gonna have a party. We're gonna blow up the spot. We, more like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month.
We know what's.
You ain't gotta say nothing, sis. You ain't gotta say nothing. You feel me? Because I done seen the bullshit. So let me hop in. You know what I'm saying? Your boy had to hop in the chat real quick. Shawty, is you cool? Is you cool? The hell wrong with you, man? The hell is really wrong with you? The fuck make you think that you can get on TikTok and send terroristic threats to Black Americans? You lost your mind? Do you not know where you live at? Don't you live in America? But you're an African, though. You're an African talking crazy. Shorty, number one, y'all the main ones to get on here and say we violent. You know what I'm saying? Crime rates be up because of Black Americans, this, that, which we know is a lie. But my thing is, what makes you think if y'all put all these stipulations on us, that you can sit here and talk hot and spicy without it being any type of repercussion? Now, I went and tried to look you up. Apparently, your account either got suspended or, went to hide. Stop playing games. You know what time it is. Now, I dare you that you go to any hood with a strap and see what's going to happen to you, as if we not sitting back strapped, waiting on somebody to try something stupid. That's crazy, man. Like, this is why I look, man. I don't stand with ICE. That ain't my thing. But I'm not in their way either. I'm not going to be in their way either. This is why y'all clowns have to be deported. Point blank period. You can't have no more of you clowns getting over here talking reckless. Now it's, I hate you niggas. I hate you. Now, a lot of us may classify ourselves as FBA, this, that, and third, whatever. That only means that we are the foundation of America. We've been here. That's what that means. We've been here since day one. Since Pangea. If you want to, be more accurate, we've been here since Pangea, since the floor, or before the continent split. Who's already here. You know what I'm saying? Building shit. You dig what I'm saying? But for you to get on here, man, and make terroristic threats, Charlie, you got us fucked up. As if we scared of you. Now, I dare you to go through the hoods of wherever you stay here, because I seen somebody say that you live in D.C. So I dare you to go through the hoods of D.C. with your same residence. And we're going to see if you're going to make it back home tomorrow. Or the next day. Or the next day after that. I just can't say that, because this shit crazy, man. Ain't no damn way you got on here and sent us a terroristic threat. Shouldn't the FBI be looking into her? Trump, ICE, y'all got ICE out there? Shouldn't y'all be looking at that video, finding this lady, getting her up out of here? That's all I got to say. Shabbat shalom to my family, man. Can't forget this spot. You dig? I'm hollering at y'all next TikTok video. You dig?
Oh, is you cool? Black Americans, I hate you niggas. I hate you.
Excuse me, family. Forgot the mic was muted. Shout out to this West Coast brother. Much love to him. You know, you heard the music in the background. You know what I'm saying? I was over here doing my West Coast arm swing. You know what I mean? Anyway, shout out to the brother, because he brings up a valid point. What do these people think we're going to be doing when they're doing all of these bomb things? And, the other tether I'm going to show you in a few minutes, she says some stuff that she would do as well. What do these people think we're going to be doing while they're doing this? They think we're just going to sit around and just let them? You don't go into our neighborhoods and say stuff like that, because you won't make it out. At least not unharmed. You might go home, but you're going to go home with a goddamn lesson on your head. We're going to teach you a little something. But you ain't just going to walk into our neighborhoods and threaten our lives. The Nabisco don't even walk into our neighborhoods and threaten our lives. So why the hell will we just let some random tether do it on some random Thursday? These people are slow as hell. They are slower than a goddamn school bus with no motor. Shout out to my sister Cultural Superpower in the building. Thank you for your super sticker. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, family. Let's go here.
So there's an African woman who got on this app, and she said that she hates foundationally Black Americans so much that she would gather us all up into a room and pretty much exterminate us like Ray. And I'm trying to figure out, bitch, what the fuck did I do? I never seen you before. Secondly, after she said all that bullshit, I'm guessing Twitter got a hold of that video. Baby, you know what happened when your video go on Twitter. It's either really good or it's either really bad, and it's never really good. So now she's on her page crying white woman tears. That's what I'm calling. Every time I see somebody crying about something that are pretty much the consequences of their own actions, I call them white woman tears. So she is up there crying them white woman tears. I'm trying to figure out, bitch, why is your comments off? I want to ask a question now. I hate when I'm coming into drama late because now I can't even ask you, bitch, what's your beef? What is your problem? I even went down her page trying to find out, like, where did this issue stem from? Like, did you have some previous video go viral and now you're just mad? No, it's like, I guess one or two people said something xenophobic to her and now she got to exterminate all of us. So this African woman who got on this app and she said that she hates foundationally Black Americans.
Shout out to our brother William Aaron in the building. Much love to you. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold. I appreciate your contribution as always, my good brother. Perhaps FBA should do a pull up. Look, I'm gonna put it like this, and I don't want anybody to roll up on this woman. The reason why is because, God dang it, then she's going to try and point the finger and make us the aggressor. Even though she said what she said, she's going to, and this is what they all do. They're going to point the finger and try to make us the people who's in the wrong. We're the aggressor. And then after, we get arrested or whatnot, here we go. She's going to the goddamn immigration office talking about how she needed a U visa because she was just attacked by mean old FBAs. Yeah, I think what the family is doing right now is much better than pulling up on her. Because she's ducking and hiding for her goddamn her life as of right now. But let's continue. Let's go here.
Get them banned. Get them banned. We don't do that here. Oh, now I'm pissed. Get them.
How are you going to come online and say Happy Black History Month to everybody but foundational Black Americans? Then go as far as saying you want to strap up to your chest and gather us all up and that you want us to die. There's so much to unpack here. For one, the reason we even have Black History Month is because of foundational Black Americans. Whatever you want to call it, Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, Solon people, it's because of us. And honestly, to make a joke like that, like she was trying to say, oh, it's because of xenophobia. The xenophobia goes both ways. It does. There's like diaspora wars, and I understand there's ignorance on both sides. But to sit up here and say you want to Black Americans and that you want us to die is crazy, especially because I don't think people see us as a legitimate culture or people. And it's actually
well, hold on. Let me address something she just said. Give me a second. I'm gonna play it back.
Extremely Americans, Solon people, it's because of us. And honestly, to make a joke like that, like she was trying to say, oh, it's because of xenophobia. The xenophobia goes both ways. It does. There's like diaspora wars.
All right, let me correct this person, this young lady, because I can't stand when people do this. The xenophobia don't go both ways. The xenophobia comes from one way, and then we regulate on they ass. We clown them. We let them know about their homelands. We let them know about their history. That's all a reaction to their xenophobia. So this isn't xenophobia going both ways. It is me defending my heritage, lineage, and culture. You cannot try to tell a person how to respond when someone is coming at them with hatred. If somebody walks up and slaps the person, you can't turn around and tell the person who got slapped, hey, the slapping went both ways after he slaps the dude back. No, the slap didn't go both ways. They both didn't come with the same intentions. One person came to do whatever they're doing, and the other person came with the intention of slapping that person, except that person who got slapped wasn't going to allow him to get away with just slapping that person. No. That person said, hey, you going to catch this slap too. It is not the same thing. In the very same way that it's not the same thing when you say xenophobia goes both ways. It does not. We're not out here wishing harm on people in a sense that they are. I'm wishing ice upon everybody. All of these tethers. That's what I can do. But you don't see me going out there talking about strapping a damn bomb to my chest to unalive these tethers. So this is not the same thing. And I cannot stand, it is a pet peeve when people try to make the situation go both ways as if everybody was just doing it. Everybody came with the intention of being disrespectful to each other. Everybody came with the intent. Number one. Number two. We are not in their homelands being disrespectful to them, being xenophobic to them. They're in ours. So whatever the response is, that's just going to be what it is. We're standing on lineage business. Now I can see if we were sitting on their land, disrespecting and denigrating these people while eating off these people, but we're not. We're the only people that never tried to do so. Every time we've helped the African or the Caribbean or wherever else, we've done it genuinely. We didn't want nothing in return. So xenophobia isn't even in our vocabulary. And if it is, it's because we can call out the xenophobia towards us. Now, I'll let the young lady continue.
And I understand there's ignorance on both sides, but to sit up here and say you want to Black Americans and that you want us to die is crazy, especially because I don't think people see us as a legitimate culture or people. And it's actually extremely insensitive for her to say that, because let's just talk about some history. I'm not even sure if I can say this, but y'all can see that Baptist Street Church, and 4 little girls' lives were taken in this atrocity. And the sad part is this is not just one isolated event. This happened a lot throughout history to our people, and just different types of lynchings. It's just very traumatic. And for people to be getting online saying that they want to Black Americans is extremely insensitive and ignorant. And can I just say that all Black Americans are not a monolith? We all don't think like that. I don't think a lot of y'all realize that anti-Blackness is the root of all of this. The reason why people don't want to be African, when they say, oh, I'm not African, or there's literally even people that say they don't want to be Black. It's not even, I feel like it's two sides of the same coin. There's people walking around saying, oh, I'm a bronze woman. I'm not a Black woman because my skin is not literally the color Black. And saying that, oh, we're not from Africa. Oh, we're blah, 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 blah. But those are not exclusively foundationally Black Americans, because some of those people don't even identify as Black. They're claiming they're Native American. So to put this label on all of us is crazy. The term, I know it's like confusing because there's like foundationally Black American, there's just Black American, there's Sulan, but basically we're just saying that we are the descendants of enslaved people in America. If she wanted to just talk about xenophobia, she could have did that without the terrorist threats. That's what got us, okay? That's what got us. Not even gonna lie, I wouldn't be surprised if the FBI showed up at your house, because that was crazy. And I understand to some degree it could have been like disinformation, but at the end of the day, no one else is going to log onto the internet and name any type of group of people, any ethnicity or nationality, and say that they want to strap a to their chest. And because that would be, y'all have just gotten too comfortable hating on Black Americans. How are you gonna come online and say Happy Black History Month?
All right. So that's what she had to say. Let's go here.
That woman got up here and made that terroristic threat towards FBAs. And I haven't heard a peep from Deontay Kyle, Conscious Lee, Jesse Wu. Haven't seen any marathon lives on the other side condemning her. In fact, I see her follower count has risen. So my question to everyone who, especially someone like a Deontay Kyle, who just went on a rant, 2 weeks ago, calling FBA the KKK and likening us to ICE in a hate group. Why is it that I don't see any viral reactions, visceral reactions to someone doing something that sinister and saying something that sinister? Also, what the hell made her feel like? Where does the entitlement come from that you feel like you can get on the internet and threaten to unalive a whole ethnic group of people? Like, what kind of entitlement is that? What sort of insanity do you exist in that you thought that was okay? That woman got up here and made that terroristic threat toward.
Shout out to this sister because she brings up a very valid point, family. She brings up a very valid point. Where is these Deontay Kyle, Conscious Fleroys? Where are all these people at? Who love to shake their finger at us. You know why they ain't coming out saying nothing? Because they agree with her. Hell, the woman that we're talking about right now, the freaking Sierra Leone woman, She actually listens to Deontay Kyle's rhetoric. And that's why we regulate on every goddamn level, from the goddamn ground level in the black grassroots to the podcasters, to the celebrities, to the politicians. Everybody catches the goddamn belt. Everybody. Because when one person is allowed to disrespect and denigrate us, then other people see them doing it and think it's okay for them to do the same. We are not allowing none of that. And when I say she rocks with Deontay Kyle, let's go here, family. This is from her Instagram. Who is she sharing? Deontay Kyle. Deontay the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh's older brother. And down here it says FBA. Matter of fact, let me zoom in here. Okay, cool. FBA is a lineage, yes, but using that identity to dehumanize others to stabilize yourself is counterproductive. Some of us only know how to be in community with abusers. This is what she posted. So when folks are like, why anybody giving him attention? Why do y'all even be going after these folks? Don't give them no attention. Don't give them no energy. It's not about us giving them attention and giving them energy. It's about us regulating these folks so that other people see that they're being regulated for their nonsensical rhetoric, so that they don't come out spewing the same kind of nonsensical rhetoric. You can never make me feel bad for regulating on anybody. Because when I do it, it's for a reason. It's for a purpose. And when we do it as foundational Black Americans as a whole do it, it's for a reason. It's for a purpose. Because they go around saying and doing stuff like this. As a matter of fact, let's go here to this sister who has to remind these folks that let me make sure you understand. You are not tied to the blood of this land. However, we are. And that ABK comes real quick when you forget your place over here. Let's go here.
Said she wanted to strap explosives to herself to get rid of as many FBAs as she possibly could at one time. You sure you want to do this, mama? You sure this never ends well for you guys? Ask the YT. They've done that. They used bombs on dozens and dozens of Black towns. They lynched us by the thousands. They enslaved us, beat us, tortured us, sold our children, fed them to alligators. They did every demented thing their minds could imagine for hundreds of years with no laws to hold them accountable. And we're still here. What makes you think you can just get rid of us? You can't. We're not going anywhere because this is our land. You hold no claim here. Why are you mad? You don't want to go home? So you want to unalive us on our land because you don't want to fucking go home? That's like breaking into someone's house and saying, you know what? Instead of leaving, how about I just take your life? Like, what are you doing? And I'm not even going to spit no curses on you because we are very powerful on this land. But the ancestors, that's different. Be careful. I love when they come over here and expect us to be scared of the works that they do in their country. You in my house. Watch your mouth. You want to strap something to yourself? Strap a dildo to yourself and go fuck yourself. And watch that fucking mouth. Wash it out with soap. You still talking shit. I saw a video today. Stand down, mama, or it won't end well for you. This video is for the young lady who said she wanted to.
Shout out to that sister right there. She said, strap a dildo to yourself and go give it to yourself. Much love to her because that is the facts. That is the truth. I don't have to curse your name because the ancestors on this land move swiftly. Swiftly. But she isn't the only kind of tether that is out here saying things like that right now. There's this other tether who agreed with her. You got your tethers who agree with her. I got to play the tethers who agree with her. Let's start off with this tether here.
Take back my comments, but I am going to remove myself from bullshit. So this is just to be known. I deleted my video.
So, first of all, that girl did not say African American. She said FBA. So, if you are a FBA, if you associate yourself with FBA, then that's who she's talking to, and I support her 100%. I pray that I myself, if I have the power, that's what I would do. Put all the FBAs in a hole, gasoline on them, light a fire, and let it flame. That's what I would do. And it's not about delineation. It's not about that. It's about the stuff that come out of their mouth. It's just like the KKK.
Now, y'all heard that yourself, family. Y'all heard that yourself. She just said she wish she can put us all in one house, put gasoline on us, and set us ablaze. But yet, she's talking about the things that come out of our mouths sound like the KKK. Well, family, who are the ones who were doing the firebombing? Who are the ones who were bombing our facilities, our churches, and our goddamn group centers? Wasn't that the KKK? So in one breath, she want to sit here and tell us what she wants to do to us, set us on fire and all this other stuff. But yet, then she want to say what comes out of our mouth sound like the KKK when she's talking about doing the exact same things that the KKK was doing to us. So you got one over there who's talking about bombing, saying we sound like the KKK. And you got another one who's talking about firebombing and setting us on fire, who says we sound like the KKK. Do these people even know who the KKK is? And what makes this even worse, people did some digging on this woman. And come to find out, she works at a hospital. These are the people working at the hospitals. These are the people teaching at HBCUs. These are the people who are your paramedics and your police officers. And they're wishing this kind of harm upon American citizens. Yeah, this is why we regulate. This is why we go so damn hard. Oh, shout out to Original Copper American. Thank you for being here, family. Call HR. You don't think folks has been on that phone? As soon as they found out where she worked. As soon as they found out where she worked. But let's go here, family.
Child, who African grandma came online talking about she agreed with Sandra and that if she could, she would pour gasoline on all FBAs and light the fire. Yes, yes. Go find the video. Yes. Who African grandma is this? She's supposed to be sitting down, chilling somewhere, drinking her hibiscus tea, but she is online co-signing bullshit. And y'all wondering why FBAs call y'all tethers. And that's moderate FBAs. Can't even say anything to the extreme FBAs. But ain't no FBA ever been that extreme to say they want to exterminate a whole ethnic group. They may tell y'all to get the hell up out of America or don't come over here, but nobody has ever said they wanted to unalive y'all. is Africans. Y'all cool? Are y'all really that upset about them? Y'all are creating more extreme FBAs. That's all I'm just gonna warn y'all. Y'all are creating more extreme FBAs. Did y'all just lose that South African girl? Child, who African grandma came online talk about she agree with?
Shout out to the sister. I like the fact she ended off like, didn't y'all just lose that South African girl? Like, y'all haven't learned y'all lesson yet. Y'all haven't learned your lesson. Get it together, damn it. Shout out to the sister. Now, she wasn't the only tether out there. I got to play this other tether. Got to go here. Got to go here.
Personally, I agree with everything she had to say, except for when she generalized Black Americans. That was probably.
Hold on. I'm going to slow this down because this woman already talks fast. I don't need. Let's roll it back.
Personally, I agree with everything she had to say, except for when she generalized Black Americans. That was probably her mistake. There are some Black Americans that are very proud of their African ancestry. They take that shit very seriously, okay? But then there's a group of Black Americans that are just straight up raccoons. Like straight up Uncle Ruckus.
So acknowledging our lineage here on this land makes you a raccoon. It makes you an Uncle Ruckus. Really? So when people acknowledge their lineage to Jamaica, does that make them Uncle Ruckuses? When they acknowledge their lineage to Haiti or Dominica or Puerto Rico, y'all was just running around talking about that Super Bowl halftime was one of the greatest to ever do it. Does that make any of those people Uncle Ruckus or any of that? I'm just trying to figure out the logic within these tethers' head. It makes no sense. Other people can be proud of where they're from and represent where they're from, where their lineage is. But because we don't want to claim some non-existent connection to Africa, we're Uncle Tom's? Continue.
You can't even tell me this shit's wrong because my father is one of them. Some Black Americans.
Your father is African because he's African. If your father don't want to claim his African heritage, yeah, he would be typically a self-hating African. We are not your father. We are not Africans. Have no connection to Africa. So take your personal experience out of it and leave us the hell alone. But go ahead.
Americans just do not like their African ancestry. They find it embarrassing. It gives them low racial self-esteem, etc. So they coon the fuck out and they associate themselves with white people or they degrade African features, African culture, etc. And
you talking about the people that build towns to get away from white folk? You talking about the people who consistently fight white supremacy in every area activity that it exists? You're talking about the very same people who fought them so people like your daddy can come over to America and live comfortably. You're talking about those people? Yeah, it sounds like you just going on a rant just to be ranting because you're mad at your daddy. But continue.
if they're too far gone, they will claim that they are the Native Americans and that they never came from Africa. I've been going through this girl's comments.
Let me ask these people. I gotta ask the tethers. You keep bringing up the fact that foundational Black Americans who actually has indigenous ties to this land, indigenous ancestors on this land, and indigenous people from this land and their families. If it was a lie, let's just hypothetically say if it was a lie, what's it to you? What business is it of yours? If you're not even a part of the conversation, why are you so concerned with it? You see, many of us already have traced our lineage. Many of us have spoken to our grandparents and our great-grandparents and things as such. Our history have been passed down in many of ways that can verify our Aboriginal culture and our Aboriginal blood tie to this land. However, my question, what business is it of yours and why do you care so much? None of these folks ever can answer that real question. Why do you care so much about a conversation you're not even included in? How are you hating from outside the club? You can't even get in. But go ahead.
And I really don't understand why y'all are so mad at an African woman telling Black Americans that we have a problem accepting our Blackness, because we
We?
Send in the clowns.
do. First of all, we're still creating biracials. Black men are still dating white women. I don't even want to talk about Black women because I mostly see Black men doing this. Okay, so y'all are stepping.
So now this is about Black men dating outside of their race. She said herself, she's not going to bring up Black women because it's mostly Black men that she see doing this, even though the statistics actually show that 87% of Black men marry Black women in all areas of business. So whether they are a janitor or a doctor, whether being a football or a basketball star, but yet you're worried and concerned about the people who choose to date outside of their race. That's their business. Do I agree with it? Not so much, but that's not my business. None of that changes the lineage. Making biracial babies doesn't change the lineage, nor does it change their lineage. So I don't even understand why she brought that up. She thought she had a major point right there. Hey, y'all people are still making biracials. God dang it. That's how the world works. Some people, they're going to choose to stay within the foundational Black American community. Other people, they will either date outside of their race because they want to, choose to be Pan-African just so they can date outside their race, or they just self-hate Negroes. In all sense of the word, in all of those situations, none of them matter to me. But they're still FBA at the end of the day. I don't get what these people, I don't get how they put these things together in their mind. But continue.
Out, y'all are picking other races to procreate with. You're lightening up your melanin. You're Diana Rossifying your family, and you're to tell me that what she said was wrong. We have a history in the East Coast of this country, especially in the Virginia, Chesapeake, Maryland area, where Black people made it their mission to procreate with other light-skinned Black people to separate themselves from Blackness. If you
Okay. Excuse me for what I'm about to say, but bitch, what? Oh Jesus. I don't even have a drop to play that encompass all of my feelings except for this.
Nigga, please.
There has never been a time in history that Black Americans were actively trying to get with the lighter person just so that they can have lighter children to be closer to whiteness. That has never been a thing in our community. Never. Now you have some Sambos and Samboettes that may have wanted to get with a goddamn Nabisco or whatever, get with a Puerto Rican or something so that they can have that. But that's individual incidents. Overall, foundational Black Americans has never, and let me say it 3 times for dramatic effect, has never, ever made it a mission, a goal to go out there and lighten ourselves up. That has never been a thing. And that's how you know these people aren't like us. That's how you know that these people aren't a part of our community, because they say off-putting, weird type, nonsensical stuff like that. You can't prove nothing like that. There is nothing in our historical record that can prove anything like that. Unless we've put out books saying our goal is to whiten ourselves up. I've never seen such a book. But this is the idiocracy that flows out of these people's mouths. Exactly. Shout out to our brother Rashad Wallace. Much love to you and thank you for being here, family. We don't do shit like that. That's not us. Exactly. We're not the ones that are known for bleaching our skin. Hell, if you talk too proper, some people may say you're trying to act white, and people hate that. When I first got out here from California, that was one of the things somebody told me, oh, you speak white. And I said, what does the crayon sound like? And they had to backtrack. No, I just mean you speak very proper. Yes. Okay. In California, we enunciate our words. That's just me. But my point, you say that people are that, like I said, you can't quantify that or prove it. Shout out to John Hancock. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, family. They have a whole tribe bleaching themselves. Absolutely. Absolutely. Whole damn tribes with dark ass knuckles and rings around their fingers. Their finger knuckles, excuse me, their knuckles. Rings around their finger knuckles, excuse me. Shout out to you. Thank you for your donation, family. Let's let her continue.
Have a problem with what she said? You don't have a problem with what she said. You have a problem with how she generalized.
No. We have a problem with what she said. Exactly what she said is the problem.
And that's okay. But everything else she said was fucking spot on. Personally, I agree with everything.
Now, she started getting called out. And now, you know, family, she knew she was dead wrong because this hoe turned off the comments. She made sure the comment section was turned off in this video, for this particular video. So she already knew she was dead wrong. She already knew people was about to go at her neck. And they did. With the swiftness. With the swiftness. People went after her neck. And so she had to come out and she had to try to clarify herself. But she was lying in the clarification. Let's go here.
Babe, you didn't even at me. You didn't even at me. That's messy. I'll make sure I at you in this video, though. I never.
And she's talking about her brother Alfonso. He was the one who actually chopped her down. I couldn't find his video to play it, but still, just know she's talking about Alfonso.
Not once defended her when she said that she was going to strap a to her chest. I was drawing the comparison to how people have selective outrage to similar things being said, and have outrage when a black woman says it compared to when a black man says it.
So now it's about gender. It's not about the fact that she said something disrespectful and she basically made a terrorist threat. Now it's about, well, people are mad when she says it because she's a woman, but when a man says it, nobody has nothing to say. That is idiotic to the core. A man didn't say it. She said it. And anybody who threatens our damn lineage, catch this smoke. This isn't selective. We don't just go after women over here. We make sure that our justice is equal across the board for every damn body. So the fact that she tried to make this a gender thing all of a sudden, yeah.
Do you understand what getting put down for good means? Are we slow? You know, when you put down an animal, that means they're getting unalived. Okay. Are we missing something here? There's no difference. It's just a different form of unalivement. And he was talking about the Black American community. So, and if anything, he was talking about the children. So I mean, I'm drawing comparisons. I was not excusing her behavior. No, I was drawing a comparison. And I would like to mention it's weird. I really do think it's weird how y'all will sit here and demonize her for her anger rather than addressing the point of what she said. There's anti-Blackness within the community.
Whose community? There's anti-Blackness within the immigrant community. Because we're addressing what she said. I took a whole damn hour breaking down what she said. I played it, made sure that nobody could say that I'm just taking it out of context. I'm not playing it all the way through. So I played it all the way through, and then we went back and played it through again. Well, not played it through, but we went back and I chopped it down after I already played it fully through once. So nobody's taking anything out of context. We addressed piece by piece what she had to say. Let's continue.
Racial Black people will go out, step out of their race, impregnate white people or have children with white people, and then turn around and shit on the outcome of their own fucking actions. Oh, it's easy to make it seem like I don't like my Blackness because I'm biracial.
What the hell does any of that have to do with a woman making terroristic threats towards a whole damn lineage of people? What you keep bringing up people dating outside of their race and making biracials, and you don't like yourself because you're a biracial. See, if you listen hard enough, they tell you exactly what it is. She don't like the fact that she's a biracial. She don't like the fact that she's a biracial. And so now she's blaming men who make biracials for her self-hating, for her inability to love herself. She's mad at her father, who isn't even a foundational Black American. He's a damn African. And this is why we don't allow these people to speak for us. You're not a part of our community. You're a part of the immigrant community, and that's what it is. And that's okay. But when you speak about the Black community, there's not really nobody who's over here doing what you guys are doing over there. We're not going over there just to talk stuff to you people for any old reasons. We mind our business for the most part. You guys can't leave us alone for no damn reason. And then when someone says something disrespectful like that the Sierra Leone woman, then you got other disrespectful tethers jumping out to defend it. Just to show how anti-Black you are. The tragic mulatto. Shout out to our brother Breeze Omega in the building. And I agree with you 100-fold, always projecting. And that's what it is. 100-fold is a projection. But go ahead, continue.
When that doesn't make your point any more valid. And newsflash, not every Black American associates themselves with FBA. I know monoracial Black people that do not associate themselves with the term FBA. I don't know where this egotistical pride came from.
Nobody has to call themselves a FBA at all, to be honest with you. It doesn't change the fact that they are. It is a commemorative term. If they want to call themselves a Black American, fine. That's their business. But when we say foundational Black American, everybody knows who the hell we're talking about. The people who built the country, the people whose bloodline goes back not just to the slave fields, but before there was a Nabisco here on this damn land. So if nobody want to associate themselves as a FBA, who gives a shit? I truly don't. But when I mention FBA, they're included. They can call themselves a purple goddamn giraffe for all I give a damn. That's their preference. That's what their right is, to call yourself what you have a preference to call yourself. Okay, cool. That has nothing to do with me. But when I say foundational Black American, we know who we're talking about in that sense. Continue.
But Black Americans act like they're at the top of the food chain when it comes to the African diaspora. And I don't like it. As a Black American myself, I don't like it. It's really bothersome. Y'all are making fun of Africans for living in mud huts when ergonomically they're one of the best fucking houses to live in. I mean, like, here's a person in your comments.
Did this woman just say that mud huts are the best houses to live in? Mud huts are the best houses to live in. And I bet this woman also believes that shitting in the street is the best place to do it. I bet she believes the shitting in the streets is the best place to shit. Very interesting. Very interesting she said that.
Bring to only what I can assume as Africa as the old world. And you left that up. There's multiple weird comments about Africans in your comment section that you left up. And at the end of the day, if you take a DNA test, you're fucking African. You're African, especially if you're...
No. At the end of the day, no. At the end of the day, everybody's African, since Africa is the cradle of life. Correct? Okay.
Monoracially Black. So the fact that y'all think you're better than Africans when your DNA shows that you're fucking African and not American...
You don't know what people DNA say because you ain't never seen their DNA. I done said this several times over 70% of all Americans, not just Black Americans, 70% plus of all Americans has never taken a DNA test. Never. Let me just pull that up. Let me pull it up. Let's just pull it up. Here we go. All right, here it is. The more you know, the more you know. Now, where is it? Da, 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 da. Where is it? This isn't the same article. Yeah, this is not the same article. I'm gonna have to find that article later, family. But yeah, when I do, I'm gonna have to show you guys that article that actually states that 70% plus of all Americans has never taken a DNA test. Never. So how can you say definitively that, yeah, if you take a DNA test, you're African? Ha 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 ha. And as I've already shown on this channel several broadcasts ago, it is not definitive. It is for entertainment purposes only. That's it. That's all. But let's let this woman continue. We got a little bit more to get through.
It kills me. It really does. So maybe next time at me and don't be messy because we can have this conversation. Y'all are anti-black and you don't like being checked on your actions. Don't make this about me being biracial when you wouldn't have me without a monoracial black. Check the monoracial black. Do that. Like, babe, you didn't even ask.
So that's the nonsense she had to say. And then she kept trying to bait Alfonso into going back and forth with her. And I'm glad the brother didn't. But she tried to say, oh, he's using her name for clout. Family, that last video got like 12 likes, and this video right here that I'm about to show you got 6 likes. I doubt he needs to bait you or mention you to get any following. This dude got thousands of followers.
As far as I'm concerned, you want me to argue with you so you can get engagement. You are causing diaspora wars all over your profile. Like, I fear I'm not the problem, but you are. It seems like, even though I'm biracial, I like my blackness more than you do. Because the only thing you like to talk about on your profile is how Black Americans are better than Africans, when your DNA makes you just like them. The thing is, I'm not going to stand for dogpiling on a Black woman when she was calling out anti-Blackness. That's just what I'm not going to stand for. I'm not going to stand for doxing people and ruining their lives when they quite literally have freedom of speech. The girl was deemed as not a threat by the authorities y'all chose to entrust her report with. Same authorities that Black Americans constantly talk shit about. They're racist. Their history was slave catching. They're this, they're that. They racially profile. But you were quick to report a Black woman to the same people y'all hate. Y'all be running around in these circles. Y'all FBA crew run around in circles. I'm not a slave. I'm not from Africa. How dare you treat me as if I'm different just because my skin is Black? Do you realize that Native Americans are not Black? Just because they are colored doesn't mean they are Black from Africa. Do you forget that Black means African? Like, y'all are sitting here trying to excuse racism towards continental.
Black does not mean African. I was trying to let her finish, but God dang it, there's just so much here. So much here. If Black meant African, then why does Africans run away from being called Black? Up until the goddamn ice raid started, everybody was where they were from. They was not calling themselves Black. Also, yes, people have a freedom of speech. But when you make a terroristic threat against a group of people, yeah, you should be reported. You should absolutely be reported and deported. What the hell are you talking about? Just because we don't like the system, namely police, don't mean that we don't utilize the system. That makes no sense. We're still a part of that system by being here in America, being born to the bloodline that we're born to. You don't think we're going to utilize where we're spending our damn tax dollars? What kind of sense do these people make? None. Absolutely none. What kind of sense do these people have? None. Absolutely none. We should pay taxes but not utilize the agencies that our tax dollars go to. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So if I see a Nabisco going inside of a school with a bomb on his chest, I shouldn't be calling Homeland Security. I should just mind my business, is what you're saying. How stupid are you? These people, I'm telling you, when I say they're slower than a bus without the motor, they are not beating that allegation. Whatsoever. Shout out to First Class Citizen. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, family. She's projecting her own personal problems / feelings into the delineation movement. Poor thing, shaking my head. Yeah, I agree. I agree, except for the poor thing part. Except for the poor thing part. Shout out to John Hancock. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always as well. Somalis boil tree branches and eat them. I was shocked. No banana and rice. That is crazy. I haven't heard that. That is the first I've ever heard of that way. Them boiling tree branches now, huh? Well, thank you for that tidbit of information. God dang, tree branches. Let's continue.
Africans, because y'all were able to integrate with your oppressors. You think you're more credible because you were able to integrate with your oppressors.
No, we're more credible because we're the only one who fights the oppressor, and I mean consistently, retroactively. You can go through any part of history and show how we continue to fight the oppressor. You cannot do that, and you cannot say the same, nor can any other black group around the world. Let me rephrase that. Nor can any other melanated group around the world. At some point, even if you fought some point in your past, at another point, y'all made a deal with the Nabisco. Y'all came to find out that the colonialization of the Nabisco was real. So don't say we think we're better because we integrated. No, it's not about integration. It's about having that spirit of rebellion that none of you have. And that's why you're here. That's why your African daddy had to run away to America to create a tragic mulatto.
America, the motherland. Please do that DNA test because everything in you is African.
Like I said, these people with certainty speak as dumbasses. I've never seen somebody so damn proud to talk and sound like a dumbass and not know not one thing they're talking about. Shout out to Southern Breeze in the building. Much love to you. They're mad we can't get deported. That is what it all boils down to. We are not in the same boat as them. And you can't make us believe that we're in the same boat. We keep shutting it down left and right. And so now they're mad because we're not in the same boat. And the fact that we're reminding them that we're not in the same boat. Much love to you. I want to go over here and play what this sister had to say, because this is my sentiments exactly. I don't care who's doing it, whether it's a man, whether it's a woman, whether it's an African or whether it's a Puerto Rican, whether it's a goddamn Chinaman or whether it's an Indian. 7-Eleven style. I don't care whatsoever who's doing it. If they're making those type of statements, call the feds on them. Period. Point in black. Because with the mental health of these people, you don't know what they're going to do. Saying it is bad enough, and if you can't conceptualize in your mind that what you're saying is a terroristic threat, then yeah, I'm not going to trust the fact that you're not going to try some shit. Let's go here.
Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you have seen that video of that African woman who's making active threats about taking the lives of Black American people. Now, people like this, when they do something ballsy like that online, you have to report stuff like that. Because with school shootings and etc., you cannot trust any of these people. So I would suggest, if you come across that video, right, please go and copy her URL, go onto ice.gov, report her so they can find her ass and make sure she doesn't get to hurt anyone. I mean, talking shit online is one thing, but when you making active threats in America against American citizens, that's where the shit draws the line. They should already learn with the nurse that got in trouble for saying what she said on here. And if that is the way these people really feel about Black Americans, our elderly are not safe, our children are disabled, or us, report their ass. Okay, so I'm sure a lot of you have seen that video.
All right. So with all that going on, you think that woman, that Sierra Leonean woman, said, hey, you know, I said some inflammatory things. Maybe I should back up and not, maybe I should just leave these folks alone. Maybe I should keep my mouth closed. Maybe I should take a break from TikTok. You think she did any of that? Absolutely not. She doubled down. She tripled down. She quadrupled down. Let's go here, family.
Know how I could have said it better. Hindsight's 2020. But organizing to submit a bomb threat to somebody's place of residence and for them to walk off is kind of fucking embarrassing. And now they're going to be looking at y'all because in mass droves of y'all harassing me, it's going to be online harassment.
Did you get that, family? This woman is so damn delusional that she believes that now the popo gonna come after you for calling her out, gonna come after you for online harassment. Woman, you made a bomb threat. And if you wasn't taken in, what makes you think us calling out the fact that you made a bomb threat is going to get us taken in? This is how these people think. This is how slow these people are. Shout out to our good sister C. Terry in the building. Much love to you, my sister. Thank you for your super sticker. Your donation is blessed tenfold. And I appreciate your contribution as always, my good sister. Thank you. Let's continue here. No. Like I said.
Oh, really? I don't care. Because they're going to turn around and look at you. The way y'all are moving like a terrorist group. Y'all are conspiring on Twitter. Oh my
God, y'all are dumb. Trying to use the same government that hates you against me. Oh, really?
Do you see these people's way of thinking, their logic? Most of all, let's go here. Like I said, she couldn't help herself but doubling, tripling, and quadrupling down. Let's go here.
Genuinely, what I was speaking out against was the xenophobia that is in the foundational Black American community. If you identify with that foundational Black title, even though it is a lineage, it is a title. If you identify with it, more often than not, you have heard or used xenophobic rhetoric. I use xenophobic rhetoric out of anger. They just use xenophobic rhetoric because it's a normal day in Queens. So
we use xenophobic rhetoric because it's a normal day, but it's always you guys who are saying something that's hella xenophobic. Like the sister said earlier, you can't even name a foundational Black American who's going around here saying the xenophobic shit that you guys are saying. We have never threatened anybody's lives. We have never threatened to bomb anybody. We have never threatened to set anybody on fire. So what is this xenophobic rhetoric in which you speak of from us? Oh, you mean defending ourselves and standing on business and making sure you all know that you're not going to be on our land disrespecting us on our soil. That's the xenophobia. All right, go ahead.
I completely understand where the anger could have come from, especially when they're chopping and screwing bits and pieces to make me look divisive as fuck, when in reality, I really do love my people. I love my people.
Chopping and screwing bits and pieces, family. Every video that I done shown of this woman, I have played in its entirety. Some I pause and break down, but others I will let play straight through and then I go back and break it down. So nobody's chopping anything, misconstruing anything. You said what you said. People are taking what you said and they're holding you accountable for what you said. It is that simple. It is that plain.
So bad and I want us to win so bad. But the thing is, there is no us with them. They other themselves. Not all of them, but the ones who prioritize xenophobia in their lexicon of whatever.
Family, I don't know anybody who's prioritizing xenophobia, to be honest with you. I know people who are prioritizing our lineage. So prioritizing our lineage is prioritizing xenophobia in her eyes. Shout out to our sister Black Spider in the building. Much love to you. She said, I don't think she likes men, period. No matter what color. You know what? She could be a carpet muncher. You know what I mean? She could be one of those, let me put on, you know what I'm saying, the strap on for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to our brother Antithesis in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here.
What they identify as. They decide that they are going to use xenophobia as the permission slip to completely dehumanize people. And when people do it back, y'all get out of the pocket. Y'all go out of worlds.
When people do it back, no, people do it first. See, now they're trying to, like I said, this is what I mean. I don't want nobody to pull up on her because she's trying to make herself the victim. She's trying to make them the victim when we're not in their land disrespecting their ancestors or anything that they did in their history. They're over here in our land disrespecting us, disrespecting everything our ancestors did for people like them to even be here. We're not in their land talking about firebombing anybody. We're not in their land talking about strapping a bomb to our chest and trying to get everybody in one room. You're here doing that to us. Like I said, if people pulled up on her, she would sit there and try to point the finger just so she can get a U visa if she isn't a citizen.
And start blowing up people's views and screen recording and sharing because you're cowards. You're fucking cowards. What I was saying in that video.
No, a coward would be quiet. A coward would let you have said what you said and just let it go. A coward would not be holding you accountable for the bull stuff that you spewed out of your mouth. That's a coward. A coward would stick his head in the sand and just go about his day. FBAs ain't never been cowards. You had a place to flee to because we ain't never been cowards. The coward is the person that needed to flee, not the people who fought to make sure people can come here when they need to. Since you want to talk about cowards, it's like you people don't have no concept of the definition of the words that you guys use. Shout out to the ears that hear the truth. Thank you for your Cash App donation. Your Cash App is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, my sister. Shout out to you. Let's let her continue.
In poor taste was a criticism of the xenophobia in which y'all motherfuckers strapped to y'all chest like a bomb, I suppose. Hyperbolically. What I was saying in that video, in poor taste, was a criticism of the xenophobia in which y'all motherfuckers strapped to y'all chest like the bomb, I suppose.
No. Don't try to turn it into a metaphor now. You said what you said. You said you want to get everybody in one room. You said you wanted to. Matter of fact, we'll just play it again. I'm not going to. I am not going to misquote you. We're going to play it again.
Happy Black History Month to everyone except the foundational Black Americans. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. Let's die. Ooh. If I could gather all of you in one place with a strap to my chest, you know what time it is. We're going to have a party. We're going to blow up the spot. More like me. I'm doing society a favor. But yeah, everybody else, happy Black History Month. I'm even feeling generous towards the biracials. I feel like they've been good recently. They can have that third week maybe.
Oh, you know what?
Something
else just hit me. She gave a shot to the biracials, and all of a sudden that biracial woman came out trying to defend her to the core. Oh, snaps. But yeah, as I was stating, you wasn't being facetious. You wasn't being hyperbolic. You wasn't joking. You were saying how you felt. And that's okay. But don't go around trying to explain now. Stand on that. The same way that I stand on everything I say when I get behind this microphone. 10 toes down. Don't go back and try to switch up what you meant now. That's a coward. In every sense of the word, that's a coward. She tried it, didn't she, sis? She tried to hit us with an Uno reverse. Oh, man.
Hyperbolically. But because a lot of you are not educated and don't know the use of hyperbole, don't know the use of metaphor, don't know the use of simile, we have a problem. And it's, I don't want to talk down.
There was no metaphor to be had there. There was no metaphor. You wasn't being hyperbolic. Look, we know what satire is. That was not satire. You folks think that you're so intelligent. You're not. You're dumb as hell. You just try to make yourself sound intelligent. You're not intelligent at all.
On you, because at the end of the day, it's not all Black Americans. It's specifically the ones who prioritize xenophobia. Before though, like, I was apologetic because that's not what I meant. And I hated the fact that I hurt people and I misunderstood them and they misunderstood me. And I learned a lot about FBAs. The actual foundational Black Americans are prioritizing lineage over title, over.
But you hate us all. You hate us all, you said. Now all of a sudden, the real FBAs, as if there's fake FBAs. Yeah, they are. You're right. There are fake FBAs. The fake FBAs tend to be you guys, the tethers, the people who try to claim our lineage. The real FBAs. We are the real FBAs.
And because they want to be able to be authentic to themselves. Quite a few Black people, I did not know this, have completely breeded out the African from their families. So it's like the phenotype of Blackness still exists, but it isn't going to look the way you think it's going to look. So I just am really disgusted and sad about the way all this went down. And honestly, somebody who I even grew up with, he's a little bit older than me, posted on Twitter saying, oh, I know her mom, they live in Virginia, and da-da-da-da.
Yeah, and they started getting on her mom's head too. Oh, that kind of went down. I heard about that. Let's go here to the family though.
Remember her? Only educated Black folks understand what I'm saying. And I already know this is going to end up on Twitter again for the 5th time. I'm a fuck this. Genuinely, what I was speaking out against was the xenophobia that is in the foundational Black American community. If you identify with that foundational Black title, even though it is a lineage, it is a title. If you identify with it, more often than not, you have heard or used xenophobic rhetoric. I use xenophobic rhetoric out of anger. They just use xenophobic rhetoric because it's a normal day in Queens.
A lot of y'all have already seen her video. I just want to say this. This is the one that was saying that she want to kill Black Americans. She got reported. Friend exposed her. She live in Virginia. Oh, da 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 da. Here's the thing, man. We can't let these people play that Jedi mind trick. We know that these immigrants, these people that come from other places, had a disdain for us from the word go, and they always had a code or just they made a pact with each other to not deal with us because we such and such, and they always been xenophobic, and we did a lot for everybody. It got nothing in return, right? So just because now we don't see how everybody is, now we the one that's being xenophobic. So we not dumb. I know I'm speaking to the choir, but we can't let these people play Jedi mind tricks and trying to make it seem like we this cult, that we this divisive group when y'all been divisive since the word go. And I'm tired that we keep giving these people lights. We know what it is. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. And look, if you got to report them, do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, don't give these people shine, because at the end of the day, you'll be falling into their web. All right. The more we give them attention, is the more they're going to keep going. This is like a niche to them. So they know it's going to bring in traffic. Just let them fizzle out. I mean, the ones that need to be handled, we handle them. But listen, man, at the end of the day, a lot of these people are charity babies. Like I don't want to even be disrespectful. And then they try to play with our intelligence as if we low IQ, don't know what assimiles are, metaphors and double entendres. And like they speak from a European stereotypical mindset. This automatically lets you know what we are dealing with. As much as I'm from New York and grew up with a lot of people from different nationalities, me personally, it's only the ones that I grew up with that I fuck with. And if y'all don't fuck with me because I'm standing on FBA business, I don't care. I really don't. I'm just throwing it out there. I can care less. I'm not going to treat people unfairly. I treat people accordingly. But we know that these people have always, and then on top of that, right now, they are working against us in political fields. That is more damaging than anybody just being online talking. They are literally in political seats. That is damaging, sabotaging our plight, our tangibles, everything that we earned and that's owed. These people are not our friends on no level, There's some good ones, but we're not going to let those be the ones that shield the balance. Sorry. And the crazy thing is that they know. Our parents never told us don't fuck with no Africans or no Caribbeans or no Hispanics. We're not taught that in our household. That's how y'all was able to be in our culture and copy everything we do. Hispanics, Caribbeans, Africans, because we didn't grow up in a household to hate other people who look like us. We were not taught that. Never taught that. But y'all were. The majority of y'all was. And y'all get mad at us. It's all good. Keep going, but pick and choose. Do not fall into this shit because it's all reverse psychology and it's bullshit. They know why we delineating. We should have done this many years ago, but better late than never, man. I'm out.
Shout out to the brother. Shout out to the brother All Purpose Media in the building. Much love to him. Much love to him. Like I said, we ain't having it. We ain't putting up with it. When I said they were out there putting information all out on this woman, yeah, they were out there throwing out addresses, phone numbers, dates, times.
I am not about to start crying on camera because only educated Black folks understand what I'm saying. And I already know this is going to end up on Twitter again for the 5th time. Hi, motherfuckers. Genuinely, what I was speaking out against was the xenophobia that is in the foundational Black American community. If you identify with that foundational Black title.
Well, I'm not going to play this all the way through because all she's doing is listening to this woman. She put, and I'm going to be 100 with you. This woman is saying, take it all the way to the god dang ambassador. I don't know if they got a president or ambassador in Sierra Leone, but she damn sure talking about contacting them folks over there and contacting the folks over here, the ambassador over here, and let them know, hey, one of your citizens is talking hella reckless. Now, when I said the family was on their job, they were on their job. Next thing we know, Strayer University had to make a comment on it. It says, we are aware of someone claiming to be a Strayer employee who posts threats in an online video. This individual is not currently employed by the university. Safety is our top priority, and we're cooperating with local authorities to ensure the safety of our students, faculty, and staff. You ain't ever getting that job back. You ain't ever being employed by them again. Because I know how these colleges work. They'll lay you off your contract for a while just to bring you back when they got more money. You're not getting back. You're done. Miss Lady. So, I hope it was all worth it to you. I hope you enjoyed your time as, whatever you were doing there. I don't know, you were a teacher or if you were mopping up in the bathroom somewhere. I don't know. Whatever your job was at that school, I hope you enjoyed your time there because you're not going back. And to be honest with you, I hope that Homeland Security look at you and say, yeah, she's making terroristic threats. We're going to pull her citizenship and send her back to Leone. Because, I am one of those people who called Homeland Security. She was a professional door stopper. Oh, damn. Oh, man, they just paid her to stand there. Keep the door open. Oh, damn, that's good. Oh, Jesus. Let's go here, family, because I want to show this is the reason why we're not putting up with any of their crap. Because the second we let one thing slide, you got another person trying to say more bull crap, and you get another person trying to say more bull crap. Let's go here.
still have more thoughts about my FBI video that I made because of the comments that I were getting from the FBA types, is that I don't understand how you believe you can be a foundational Black American when there are many people in positions of power who do not view the 14th Amendment as legitimate, which is how you got your citizenship, which is how you became that foundational Black American, which is
Yeah, family, we're there with another one. These folks don't understand or care to understand our history. The 14th Amendment did not give us or grant us citizenship. We were already citizens before then. We were already voting. If you were the free person of color, you were already voting. And some free people of color were already working in government. So, yeah, that didn't make you a citizen. The 14th Amendment enforced our citizenship. That's how that worked. But continue.
is also how you rationalize and like stand in defense of Trump attacking birthright citizenship, because he mentions 14th Amendment as if, again, the same people he works with aren't the same ones who do not view the 14th Amendment as legitimate. Like, it's one thing to stand in defense of Trump's reasoning that the 14th Amendment was only created for former slaves, African Americans, but it's another to use his argument and then ignore the fact that within his party, within the conservative base, there is not a large swath of them who do not view the 14th Amendment as legitimate.
We don't give a damn what people view. See, like I said, these tethers, they're so asphyxiated off of what the Nabisco think. We've never been like that. We don't care. We don't care what they think. That's why we don't go along with this respectability politics. We know they're going to think whatever they're going to think, no matter how you act, no matter how you dress, no matter what style your hair is in. You're going to be the same old Negro to them. It's you all, for some reason, that care about what the Nabisco think. And then also, the 14th Amendment situation isn't a Trump talking point. It is our talking point that Trump got from us. We've been talking about the 14th Amendment and how it should not apply to anybody who isn't us. Because that's who it was actually drafted for, us. But continue.
We watched earlier this year how a University of Florida law student got praises and a reward for writing and questioning the legitimacy of the 14th Amendment by a judge, an active judge who holds power over people's lives. Thinking about the highest court in the land, the Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett, I discussed many times about this, who is a sitting judge, I want to emphasize, sitting Supreme Court judge, who wrote in a law paper, talking about the possible illegitimacy of the 14th Amendment, and that the justices do not have the same fears of potentially striking down aspects of it if the 14th Amendment is illegitimate. Like, y'all are not getting in my video that I did not say anything about deportations of Black Americans. That's something you projected because you're not really understanding the full implications of what could happen. We're talking about people being stateless, as in they will not be able to leave the country. They do not have passports. They do not have the same rights as anyone because they are stateless. They do not have a...
We're not true people. We're not stateless. We're not fleers. We're not cowards. We are ingrained in the U.S. Constitution. We fought for that. We fought to be ingrained in the Constitution because we built the damn country. There is no way they can make foundational Black Americans stateless. And this is how these people don't understand law, but they talk like they know the law. They listen to people like Ketanji Tucky Derby Brown Jackson and think that she's telling them a truth. And the fact of the matter is, she's not. She's of the immigrant stock. She is of the Jamaican stock. Why would she tell you the truth when she don't rock with Black Americans? We already know what she did with the Lockheed Hurt lawsuit. All she had to do was sign off. And those Black Americans would have got millions of dollars. The deal was already done. The settlement was already written up. Not only did she throw that away, she tossed out the settlement. She made it impossible for those same Black Americans to bring another charge to Lockheed Martin or to sue them again. She made sure they could never do so. And you think her writing a dissenting opinion means she's trying to tell you the truth? No, she's trying to protect herself.
Country that is claiming them. Right? We're following along with that. And the thing is, I would not be surprised if during the hearing there is a potential sprinkle of questioning the legitimacy of the 14th Amendment. If not, one of the justices, maybe Amy Coney Barrett herself, talks about the questions that many conservatives have about the legitimacy of the 14th Amendment. That's what I am saying. Do I think they're going to try to deport Black Americans? I don't know. What I do know is that they can do a lot with people if they are stateless and cannot leave the country. So I have more.
Like I said, family, these people do a hell of a lot of projecting. A hell of a lot of projecting. And to be honest with you, God dang it, every single damn thing that they're called out for, they try to turn it around and use on us. Family, we know who do the bleaching. We know who do the bleaching. Now they're trying to say foundational Black Americans, we hate our skin so much that we got to bleach it. Oh, I bull stuff you not, family. Let's go here.
So little update since I said I've been using the Kerosene.
So I want to bring an issue within the Black American community. You guys can go and watch this girl video, but she's just basically promoting Carolite. But what I'm trying to bring is a lot of Black Americans / FBA / pretendian or whatever the fuck you want to call yourself these days, they are in denial. A lot of you guys use bleaching cream. You use bleaching cream and you say, oh, it's for pigmentation. No, bitch, it's not. It's a bleaching cream. A lot of you.
Family, I don't know not one foundational Black American using bleaching cream whatsoever. And this here, that is hyperpigmentation. And a lot of people, they do have this problem, this issue. Many of the people who, I hate to say it, but wear makeup all the damn time. But this woman is over here trying to project onto this sister and say, yeah, she's using skin bleaching. Called her a bitch and everything. Shout out to First Class Citizen. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution. That's what happens when you're riding a short bus. Hey, absolutely. These people clearly riding a short bus. And this is why we have vote all these vultures out of our house politics ASAP. And I'm with you there as well. Thank you for that super chat as well, my good family. Much love to you. Let's let her continue.
You guys use that bleaching cream to bleach yourself to look lighter. A lot of African Americans / Black American of you guys use bleaching cream Okay, Kerolite is a bleaching cream. Maybe it wasn't available to you guys in here for maybe cheaper. Now it's available. I've seen a lot of people using Kerolite, especially Black American. So my thing is, instead of you guys pointing fingers at Jamaican and African, you guys need to start pointing fingers at yourself. Okay, because you use that bleaching cream. You say, oh, Jamaican, African. The only Jamaican, only African use a bleaching cream. No, you use the bleaching cream to bleach yourself. You put it on your skin. You're using Kerolite. And like I said, maybe it wasn't available to you as cheap. Now Kerolite is cheap. You can buy anytime. But a lot of you guys are using that cream to bleach yourself. That's why a lot of you guys, the person that comes here every other 10 years or 5 years, talking about they are Moorish, talking about they are Egyptian, talking about they are indigenous to America, talking about they are Asian, are the ones that talking about they're not using bleaching cream. You use bleaching cream to bleach yourself because you hate yourself. You also do BBL to look like African, but you.
So now y'all out here, hey ladies, this is what they're saying. They're saying that you're doing BBLs to look like Africans. It ain't the fact that, you have natural bodies. It ain't the fact that, BBLs really isn't our culture at all, to be honest with you. That's the Caribbean and goddamn, well, yeah, that's more Caribbean culture, to be honest with you. Brazil. That's where BBL comes from. Brazil. Brazilian butt lift. That's what BBL stands for. I've never, and I'm going to be honest with you, I've probably seen maybe one with a butt job. Maybe one. And I'm only giving that because I don't like to say definitive. I've never seen one. But I personally haven't seen any. All my foundational Black American sisters got dunked from what I see. And if they don't got dunked, they got something that, people with dunk don't got. Namely, a lot of the times, personality. I got to say it. Shout out to Big Hair. She said straight up, I got my own ass. Exactly. Hell, I know some women from the South who would give away some ass if they could. I know this one thick chick. Man, this woman is so damn thick. She is double caked, fudged up. And she used to tell me all the time, if I can give this away, I would give this away. Jesus Christ, these people are delusional. Continue.
Don't want to be African. You bleach your skin so that you can look lighter, so you can look like a white tea, just like the Africans, just like the Jamaican. That's what you do. But you guys.
False. She's saying all this all off of a person with bad skin. Now I don't even want to say bad skin, but basically hyperpigmentation. That she's basing all of this off of one person. She can't show you anybody who's a foundational Black American who went from black to white. You can't do it. And even Michael Jackson with his vitiligo, he had patches all over his damn body. He had dark patches. He had light patches. And that's why he didn't too much like to take his shirt all the way off until he got comfortable. And he just started saying, F it, ripping his shirt open. But anybody who watched the Jackson 5 movie would have been known that. When he was crying to his mama and saying, he had all those there's patches all over his body. Continue.
In denial, you hate yourself, you don't like yourself, you bleach yourself, and then just like white people, oh, when the white people use stuff, oh, it's good and dandy, but when other people of color use it, oh, it's bad. Just that you guys doing the same shit. You use bleaching cream, you say, oh, it's Hagman.
No, you hope you, what is it? Wishful thinking. You using wishful thinking, you're projecting because you feel like, well, if we're all doing it, if I'm doing it, then we must all be doing it. We all don't hate our blackness. We're the ones who put blackness on the map. Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. We put that on the map. So no, just because you hate your blackness don't mean we hate ours. Shout out to our sister Rosemary in the building. Much love to you and thank you for being here. Yeah, I hope the movie does them justice too, to be honest with you. I know for damn show it better, because god dang it. I'm kind of nervous after hearing that his niece had some issues, took some issues with it. But she did not say it was that bad not to go and see it. She still encouraged people to see it. So, well, not his niece, sorry, his daughter. But yeah, I'm a bit nervous, but I'm excited at the same time to see what they did. Let's continue.
Temptation, but when other people use it, oh, African and Jamaican, oh, look at them, we are special. No, bitch, you're not special. You hate yourself just like those people.
No, bitch, we are special. So special that you people flock from around the world, from around the globe, to be in our homeland, and it isn't the other way around. That's how special we are, bitch. Let's be very, very clear about that. I'll make that as simple as possible. If we wasn't so special, y'all would want to stay home. You will want to fix your countries. But because we're so special and so exceptional, everybody from around the world wants to be like us. I want to be like Mike. I ain't never heard anybody say, I want to be like Ntumbe. I've never heard anybody say, I want to be like Dudu Tunde. Not once. They want to be like Mike. Take your pick. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Michael Tyson. I ain't heard an African name yet. Now, continue.
Do fucking BBL, you fucking bleach your skin, you just make it like sounds like, oh. So I want all my Africans to do this. Whenever you go up on page, whenever these motherfuckers talking about we don't bleach their skin, please, there are thousands of videos these motherfuckers use in Caroline to bleach their skin to look.
So why couldn't you include those videos? Why aren't you showing those videos if there are thousands of videos? If there's thousands of videos, prove your point. But you can't, because there's not.
Look like a whitey woman. A black American FBA pretender, you guys fucking use bleaching skin. You guys are the bleachy queen of the whole diaspora, okay? You guys are bleachy queen.
These people just make up things, they project things, and they're trying to they're trying to save their mentality, their mental, by creating a lie. because they know that they do it the most. Shout out to our sister Shelly. She said, hell, even Michael B. Jordan. Throw the B in there. Shout out to you, family. Shout out to you. Like I said, often imitated, never duplicated, never duplicated, never duplicated, and heartily, appreciated. See, that's what you get when you can't be duplicated. You rarely get appreciated for your originality unless they can duplicate it. And then that appreciation goes away because after a while, people start forgetting who the original was. Let's hit this clip.
The only black man to ever become president was an African. The only reason you can even live in the delusion of black excellence is because of an African. Just sitting out here talking about tethers and Africans, and not a single one of you niggas could become president of these United States. The only black man.
So, family, we didn't have Black American excellence until Obama came along. We didn't have Black excellence until Obama came along. Obama, the guy that married Michelle because he needed a boost in his votes. Obama, that's who created Black excellence for us. Never mind the Seneca villages. Never mind Tulsa, Oklahomas. Never mind all of the black towns that we created. Never mind the 50,000 plus patents and inventions in this country. Never mind the Harlem Renaissance. It was Obama. Never mind fighting through Jim Crow. Never mind getting the Civil Rights Bill passed. Never mind getting the Immigration Act changed, which now, you know, I have buyer remorse for that, but it's still a part of our Black American excellence. You said it was Obama becoming president that created Black excellence. Chill the hell out. That's it. Just chill the hell out. You would like to believe that. Presidents aren't elected, they're selected. They're selected. And Obama was selected by Henry Kissinger and Brunel Brzezinski. Straight out of Colombia. Oh, yeah. And those Epstein files. Yeah, there's a dinner conversation of Henry Kissinger and Epstein talking about Obama, but we'll talk about that at a later date. So am I supposed to be impressed by Bush's cousin? Because that's what he is. God dang, George Bush's cousin was a straight up honeypot. And that honeypot had Obama. Anyway, I digress. Family, we're not allowing none of the nonsense to continue. We're not going to feel bad for making sure people understand what's going on. We're not going to feel any kind of way because everything that we've been doing has been working. And we are delineating, and now All these different systems are starting to delineate along with us. Let's go here, family. So while these people are sitting here mad at FBAs, the train has left the plane. Has left the train station. Let's go.
This is what I mean by y'all just want to be obtuse, right? So I was filling out the FAFSA, the financial aid application, because I'm getting ready to go back to school, right? And as you can see, what does that say under Black African American? Oh, a whole bunch of other ethnic classifications in the diaspora. So if the financial aid application and the census application could differentiate, why the fuck can't we? The fuck out my face. This is what I mean by y'all just want to be obtuse, right?
And to be honest with you, family, 100% full, we absolutely can, and we did. And that's why we're here today. Where not only are we delineating, but the government is pushing different delineation tactics as well as the census, as well as everything else is coming along perfectly. Let's be very clear about that. So if y'all don't like it, guess what? We don't give a damn. We're not here to be liked. As a matter of fact, I'm going to let this young sister close us out in closing with this.
I'm not mean. I just don't like you. Like, there's no hidden anything. I don't be being weird. I don't like that. I'm cool. I be chilling. I be vibing. I be I just don't fuck with you. I'm not mean. I just don't like you. Like, there's no hidden anything. I don't be being weird. I don't like that. I'm cool. I be chilling. I be vibing. I be I just don't fuck with you. I'm not mean. I just don't like you. Like, there's no hidden anything. I don't be being weird. I don't like that. I'm cool. I be chilling. I be vibing. I be I just don't fuck with you. I'm not mean.
I made sure to play that 3 times, family, because I'm sure there's a tether out there that needed to hear that. It ain't the fact we're being weird. It ain't the fact that we're being xenophobic. It ain't the fact that we trying to be like the Nabisco. We just don't rock with you. You guys are weird. You guys are a disease. And the more we get around any of you, you're trying to spread your disease to us. We're not going for it. We're not going for it. And you don't have to like it. That's okay. That's your right. You definitely have the right not to like it. But guess what? You can't check it. So you're going to respect it. Let's be very clear. This is your inroad. And if you other tethers don't learn from these prior tethers, then guess what? You're going to learn. Everybody gets a piece of that belt. When we putting foot to ass, that's for everybody. Everybody can get that ass spanked. As they should. Because if you're not protecting your lineage, guess what they'll do to your lineage? Erase it. Dead in your face. While telling you that that's love. While telling you that's unity. No. We know exactly what it is. And it's anti-black, anti-foundational Black American. Let's put it that way. Shout out to First Class Citizen once again. Obama's tenure was supposed to be the post-racial era. One of the worst narratives / lies ever told. And I agree with you 100% fold. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution as always, family, as well as our brother Zavon Scott. Thank you for your super chat. Your donation is blessed tenfold, and I appreciate your contribution. FBA has unplugged the whole. They obviously can't plug in. They can't plug. I get it. Much love to you, my good brother. We're done. We're done. And when we said this was the new normal, they keep trying to test the waters, and it's getting worse and worse for them. And I'm going to be honest with you. Good. If you ain't smart enough to learn from the prior mistake of your fellow tether, then yeah, catch all the hell. Catch all the hell. Stay mad. And I promise you, that ABK though, it don't care whether you mad. That ABK don't care whether you like it or not. That ABK, that anti-black karma, oh yeah, that's going to hit you no matter what you choose to call us. Just soak that in. Let me give a thank you to each and every one of you for being here. Much love to my mods, my members, my patrons, everybody who's donated by whether Super Chat, Cash App, Patreon, PayPal, or any of the other places. Much love to each and every one of you. And shout out to our sister Black Spider for coming in with the buzzer beater before we get up out of here with the 10. I appreciate your contribution, my sister, and your donation is blessed tenfold as always, my good sister. I truly appreciate you. Family, if what we're doing is working, why listen to a bunch of people that couldn't get what they needed in their country tell us what we should be doing? There is no reason. And that's why whenever they open their mouth, I say, shut the hell up and learn something. You can't learn while you're talking. You got to be able to listen, Linda. Listen. And because you don't listen, you guys are catching hell and learning the hard way. Either way, you could either learn by our word or you can learn by the action and watch the action do what it does. With that being said, family, much love to each and every one of you. I want you all to enjoy the rest of your Saturday. The doors of the church are now closed. Peace, family.
My grandfather built this country, man. He fought wars for it. And most places he went wouldn't let him sit down and get a cup of coffee. I can't even catch a cab in New York. You know, it doesn't matter how many degrees I get. All you people see is color. Your grandfather was an immigrant. You're American. My grandfather was born here, Duke. And you people still look at me as just another nigga.
I know that the government, whatever, can't stand us black people. He doing everything in the world to make black man be extinct. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Us black people going to survive. Yeah. So fuck everybody. I'm off.